And this is my channel, Mama Tried. Today we are going to be mama meal prepping, and I am so excited about this because the majority of the videos on my channel that are about food are more geared towards toddlers or babies, and today I wanted to focus on us mamas. So I know it's really hard to sit down and do anything for yourself. I know it is for me anyway. I have to sit down and find the recipes I want to make and get together all the ingredients, but good news, I did it for you. So I really hope that you'll follow along today's video. If you have any questions, they will probably be answered in the description box. Always be sure to read the description box because sometimes if I miss something in a video or I have a link to something, I'll drop it in there. So make sure that you check that out. I will put all of the recipes down there for you, but I'll also be explaining throughout the video. So I hope that this is really easy for you to follow, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting off with about a pound of salmon, and I'm just cutting the skin off because the skin just creeps me out. I don't know why, but I hate the skin on there, so I took it off. And I am just cutting it into equal sections. And then I'm going to place it all in the bowl and create the marinade that we will be marinating our salmon in. This marinade is so delicious, and it's super simple. Just soy sauce, honey, extra virgin olive oil, and minced garlic. I would have rather had fresh garlic, but I forgot to get some from the store. Then just use half of it because we are going to create a sauce with the rest of it later. Now I'm just flipping the salmon over and making sure that it's completely saturated in the marinade. Then I'm going to place it in the fridge for about an hour. If you can leave it overnight, that would be even better. But for the purpose of today's video, I just had an hour, so that's all it took, and it turned out perfect. Now moving on to the first chicken recipe. I bought this already sliced chicken, which normally I would buy chicken breasts, but they didn't have any at the store. This is all they had, so I just went with it, and I'm just cutting them into bite-sized pieces. That is my preference. You can cut it into whatever size that you prefer, but this is what I prefer, and I'm just using half of the chicken, and I'll be using the rest of the chicken for my next recipe. I am also going to be marinating this chicken for about an hour as well with extra virgin olive oil, pepper, cumin, and a pack of fajita seasoning. If I could go back, I would have only used half of this, but it was still good with the whole pack. It was just a little strong. And then I will also be using a whole lime. I just roll it on the counter to get the extra juice out. I actually have a juice remover thing. I don't know why I didn't use it. I guess I just wanted to do it the old school way. But this is so good, and while you're cooking it, it smells amazing. So you're just going to add everything in there and then just mix it up with your hands or however you want to do it and stick it in the fridge for about an hour. Now I'm just going to prep some veggies. So I'm using 3 bell peppers, and I'm just removing the membranes and the seeds. And then I will be chopping up half of a red onion. I did a grocery pickup, and that was the onion they gave me, and wow, it's probably the biggest red onion I've ever seen in my whole life. But I just chop that up really well, and then I mix all of the veggies together. Now, while everything is marinating, I am just preheating my oven to 400 degrees for my breakfast muffins. So that is 1 pound of maple sausage that I'm just cooking up. While the sausage is cooking, I am just cracking 8 eggs into a bowl. Now I am adding some Worcestershire sauce and mustard, and then I will also be adding some garlic powder and Italian seasoning. And after adding the seasonings in, I decided I wanted a little bit more garlic powder. Could you ever go wrong with just a little bit more garlic powder? I think I put garlic in everything that I make. Now I'm just going to go ahead and beat the eggs with the liquid ingredients and the seasonings. I like to do this before I add any of the other bigger ingredients. It just makes it so much easier. And at the same time, I'm cooking up the sausage. So I'm tearing up some spinach. I like it to be smaller pieces, and go ahead and add as much spinach as you like because you cannot taste it at all. And if you are also feeding your family, it's a great way to put in some greens into your diet. And then I'm just adding some Mexican style shredded cheese that I got from Costco. Now I'm just removing the sausage from heat to let it cool for a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and give everything else a good stir. Now I'm getting a muffin pan and spraying it with olive oil spray very well so that way it does not stick, because this can become really sticky, so make sure that you spray your pan. Now I'm just adding in the sausage and mixing it pretty well, and I like to use a ladle, like a soup ladle, to put the mixture into the cups. I just find it a lot easier that way. Now I'm going to bake it for 25 minutes at 400 degrees, and voila! They're done that fast. Now I'm just changing the temperature to 375 to cook my salmon. I'm just using a tray with foil and olive oil spray so that way it does not stick. And I'm placing the salmon on the tray, and then all of the extra marinade that is still in the bowl, I'm just going to dump on top of the salmon. Now I will be baking the salmon at 375 for 12 minutes. Everything else will be cooked over the stove, so I am putting the fajita chicken in a pan over medium-high heat. I'm going to cook it for 5 to 7 minutes and then flip it over to the other side and do the same thing. Now I am getting a smaller pan, and I'm going to make that sauce with the rest of the mixture that we have for the salmon. So I am just heating it up. I'm going to heat it up until the soy sauce starts to simmer. And now it's been about 5 minutes, I suppose, so I'm flipping it over to the other side. So to turn the marinade into a sauce, I am adding a cornstarch and water mixture. I did not measure that, but if I could guess, I would say that I had about a tablespoon of cornstarch and about 2 tablespoons of water. This sauce is like my new favorite thing. I'm definitely going to make this with chicken and shrimp as well. And I also forgot to add that I actually put in a little bit of extra honey and garlic into the mixture before I cooked it, just to thicken it up some and make it a little bit sweeter. The salmon was by far my favorite recipe from this video. The chicken looks and smells amazing. Now I'm adding olive oil to one pan and spray olive oil to the other, and I'm going to add the rest of my chicken that I cut up into bite-sized pieces. This chicken is not seasoned, so I'm going to go ahead and season it with salt, pepper, paprika, and cumin. I'm going to cook that for about 5 to 7 minutes, just until it's done on that side. Flip it and then re-season it. And in the other pan, I will be cooking up my veggies. So I'm just adding a little bit more olive oil, salt, and paprika just to give it a little bit of flavor and cooking that up. I like my veggies a little soft, so I'm going to be cooking those for a while. But the chicken is done, so I'm just flipping it over to the other side so I can go ahead and re-season it. Now I'm just adding in some spinach to my veggie mixture just to get a little bit more greens in. So about this cauliflower mixture, I got the grocery pickup and they gave me 2 different kinds. I just wanted the regular kind, so I just used what I had. But if you can help it, just get the regular kind, not some risotto mix. So it tasted kind of weird, to be honest, but it was all right. So I just needed to add both of them together because I didn't have enough. So I'm just chopping up some parsley and adding a whole lime into it and stirring everything up. To complete these meals, I did use microwaved corn and peas. I did black beans that were rinsed and drained, shredded cheese for some of them, cherry tomatoes, and a kale chopped salad. That is everything for my mommy meal prep. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like this type of video so I can continue making more videos like this. And of course, be sure that you're subscribed to my channel so you can join the Mama Tried tribe. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that way you never miss a video. But that's everything. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have an awesome day. Bye. What? What are you eating?
Boo.
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 Boo. Please don't touch that, baby. Okay?
Don't touch it. Thank you.
The camera.
Can you say
Bye.
bye? Bye. Apple. Boo.
Are you eating your apple?
No.